So I'm Eleanor. I work for WRAP, which is a charitable organisation based in the UK. Some of you would have already heard a lot of what I'm about to say, so sorry Linda in particular, you will have heard this on Friday, but I'm just going to give you some context around food waste and hospitality sector. Let me just get the screen up. Okay, tell me if you can see that. It's gone the wrong one.
Yes, we can.
I'll just go to the first one. What's that? There you go. Cool. Sorry, I should have put my fear is also the technology. More the user than the technology. So I've got kind of 5 or so minutes just to run through quite a lot of big chunky things. So please bear with me and do email me if you've got any queries afterwards. So I work with the hospitality and food service sector with WRAP, as I've said. I'm going to talk to you about some of the carrots that are available for you in terms of food waste prevention, as well as some of the sticks that are coming in terms of a push towards some of these actions. So the fact that you are all on this session and looking to prepare for the future is really important. So I'll just give you some context. So just on food waste, at a global level, for every 2 tons of food that we eat, another ton is wasted. And obviously it's that challenge to tackle with the work that we do. WRAP launched Guardians of Grub, which is our awareness raising campaign for hospitality and food service last May. And that's really about making the connection with the sector between food being thrown away and the link to climate change, and that food waste is a contributor to climate change, and that we are all empowered to tackle this, and it's all part of a collective challenge. So in the UK, we have over 1 million tonnes of food that is thrown away every single year, and 75% of the food that ends up in the bin could have been eaten. So it's the 75% that we're trying to tackle with all of the work that we're doing with Guardians of Grub, about understanding where it's coming from ultimately, but where it is safe to redistribute, where is that possible, so that we can feed people, not bins. That's what everyone is motivated by, and having such a creative and innovative sector is really critical to finding the solutions to some of these challenges. How do we work out where those challenges are? So where food waste happens within the kitchen can be typically a number of areas. So we did some research, you can see it's a while ago now, gave average levels of where food was coming from. So was it food preparation? So you have a collective, a bin next to your prep station. You have one next to your to where the fridge is, for example, or food storage area, so you can capture spoilage. And then you have one near where the plates are coming back from the front of house staff. We now have all the tools that you need to be able to do this for your own site. This just shows you the average for some sites that we looked at. But what you can do is understand exactly where your categories, how much food waste your categories are creating. There's also a 4th category that you can use for, say, overproduction, or an area that you can't necessarily reduce, but you want to capture how much waste there is. So for example, coffee grinds might be something that is relevant to your site, but use it however you see fit and is relevant to your business. So we give you the tools so that you can actually shine light on the areas and the hotspots that are right for you, because unlike other utilities, for example, you actually have to have a human intervention. You don't just get the numbers coming back on a spreadsheet that you can monitor. You have to have a physical intervention. So we give you the tools freely available through Guardians of Grub to be able to get this data for your site. So we've got a website, you can download all of those resources freely. We've got a campaign toolkit, the practical operational resources, as well as absolutely loads of case studies. And we know that once people start measuring and tracking food waste, it starts to go down. Obviously, in the current circumstances, there are lots of unknowns, but understanding where the food waste is coming from sooner rather than later will really help keep those costs down. And we absolutely know that by tracking, you will understand how to reduce the amount of food that ends up in the bin, which ultimately means savings on the bottom line, as well as the community benefits of redistributed food, as well as the environmental benefits as well. So what we've got live at the moment is something called Becoming a Champion. So we've taken our Guardians of Grub materials that are all available on the website, and we've created an online learning course for hospitality and food service sector businesses, any size, all in the UK. As long as you're based in the UK, you can take part in this pilot activity. And it basically, there are 5 levels. You can work through these levels at your own pace, but everything contributes to understanding food, how much is being thrown away, and giving you the skills and tools to be able to tackle it creatively within your kitchens. So level 1 is practical aspects of how do you physically weigh the waste. And then by level 5, you're integrating it within business. It's, you know, it's a KPI that's at your board level. You're reporting on it. You're sharing it with clients and customers as well. So it takes you on a journey at the pace that you would like to do it. So that goes live on the 1st of September. If you're interested, please email guardiansofgrub@wrap.org.uk and I can make sure you get the relevant information. So I just thought it'd be nice to share what the look and feel of that. So we've got waste reduction plans, we've got handy tips, you'll get monthly updates on your progress about how you've been doing and tracking against your food waste. And we have this tracker tool that you will add data into either on a daily or a weekly basis, and that's what we'll be able to report back to you on. And there'll be a certificate at the end of each level. So as I say, all available from now. So if you're interested, please email me and we'll send the pilot pack to you, and then the pilot goes live in September. The last time you can register for the pilot is mid-December. So if now's not the right time, think about joining later on when it's right for your business. So I really wanted to give you this context, so more about the stick that is coming, this sort of regulatory aspect. So in December 2018, DEFRA published their resources and waste strategy around a number of areas. One area that they were focusing in on was mandatory food waste reporting. So there will be a consultation coming in the next few months probably around mandatory food waste reporting, and it's likely to look or have a similar format to the UK Food Waste Roadmap, which is something that WRAP manages alongside IGD, which is the Institute of Grocery and Distribution. So that is coming. So you might want to consider preparing in advance for that. So there'll be a lot of work coming through on that in the next few months that you'll see more of, and the National Food Strategy is interim report is out today as well. So there's lots happening in the world of food this week certainly, and alongside, so we've got the mandatory food waste reporting, which is all alongside the UK Food Waste Reduction Roadmap, and we also have had consultations on collections, extended producer responsibility and deposit return systems. So this is about increasing the UK's recycling rates and particularly England's recycling rates. And one way that that will be tackled is by introducing mandatory collections and separation of collections. So that will mean probably separate food waste collections for hospitality and food service businesses. So this is really important in terms of again, there are some more detailed interactions with the sector coming to make sure that there's no negative impact and only positive in terms of having those separate food waste collections. But these two approaches really reinforce that food waste and reducing it is critical in the UK in the future, and DEFRA are very clear on that. So here's the Guardians of Grub, various ways of getting in touch with us. Please do, we'd love to hear from you if you've got any thoughts. There's also WRAP works with citizens, so we have a Love Food Hate Waste campaign. We've just published an update on how people are responding to COVID that's gone out today, and we also, I saw one of the points about working with suppliers as well. So under the UK Food Waste Reduction Roadmap, part of that work, part of that reporting is about asking for the same type of reporting from all businesses, whether they're retailers, manufacturers, hospitality. It's about getting consistency so that we're all on the same playing field and we're all contributing towards tackling that United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 12.3, which is about reducing global food loss and waste by 50%. So that's our ultimate goal. It's all linking to this global position, and you can take practical action using our free resources, but do get in touch if you've got any questions. Thank you.